What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Showw. I am here with a very special queen from Boston 617. Welcome, Miss Snakecharma. How you doing?
Bless, Jackie.
I'm so happy to have you in person.
Yes.
She's been supporting Iccy Showw for 5 years. You were one of the first in the first year I was here. And you came a lot doing all these books. I see you. So congratulations, Queen, doing your grind.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, you had RJ here today at your location. Thank you for having my son. I appreciate you, being a great host for the culture and, you're interviewing everybody. How's it feel?
It's a dope feeling. I know you can relate. And before we start, I want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
For having me. And it's just a blessing. When I was excited first of all, I was excited to interview your son. He's amazing. I could tell you put a lot of dope characteristics embedded in him.
Thank you.
He is fly with it. He's consistent, he's confident, he's loyal, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I just see a lot of you in him, and that's what you do for the culture too. You've been consistent. I'm always talking like Jackie's on 999 interview right now.
Thank you.
Real talk. And people don't understand that it's important to give folks like you their flowers because
thank you.
The grind is real, and the more that you're exposing what we got going on, that's powerful. And I feel like sometimes people like us, because I'm going to say I can relate, that's why I love you guys. People like us, we get overlooked.
Yes.
At times. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, hold on a second now. Like, do they not know what's going on? You've been consistent, and it's a blessing to be here.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I wanted to do it in person. I'm sorry I had to reschedule from a family emergency the other day, but I appreciate you coming today and coming in person because I like to, have the people come here, the ones especially that supported me from day one, which you have. Mm-hmm. We were doing the interview during the corona, with you and your husband on the
it was crazy. It was during the pandemic.
Yeah, and we're trying to balance everything.
Fuzzy, and it was crazy. And I just felt like I rolled out of bed type of thing because we was going through so much.
But it's good to have
you made it happen still. That's what I love about you. You make these interviews happen. You're consistent regardless of what happened. Even though you had to postpone, you was like, let me tell y'all, without telling y'all all this woman's business, we had to postpone this interview. But she was willing to do the interview in the middle of a tough situation, just freestyle it wherever at the time that she was supposed to have it done. And I was like, yo, Jackie is crazy with the grind.
Thank you.
I'm coming out to Haverhill. I will be in Haverhill.
Yes.
And we here.
Yes, definitely. How many interviews you think you've done? I mean, you've done a lot.
So I've been on WRBB for 8 years now, which is a blessing. Nice. So I had a show on Friday nights consistently. Then I moved to Saturdays, graduated with my morning show, which is dope. And for those who aren't familiar, that's at Northeastern University. On Saturdays, music and motivation. So it's 104.9 FM. You can hear it on the airwaves and throughout the campus, the dorms, on the website. It's really a dope feel. So yeah, radio. I don't know how many interviews I did, but I was running crazy. When I look at your grind, I'm like, yo, Jackie got the same juice, that same fuel that, when I was on my indie mode, because I want to call it indie mode, I felt like that's what molded me a lot to be who I am, that independent grind with the artist. That's why I don't try to, just completely walk away from that arena, but you're dedicated. That's what you do.
Thank you.
I respect that because that's where I started. And I'm like, yo, we need that. We need people like you.
Thank you. Yes, and you too, Queen. Definitely the artists. I mean, they need to take advantage of your platform with your music. I mean, they can get their music played on your airway. And how did they go about to do that?
So it's music and motivation wrbb@gmail.com. You have to definitely make sure that you're emailing your music the right way. which means it needs to be mixed and mastered properly. It needs to include cover art. It would be nice if you get a bio, EPK. Those are important, essential things that artists should be submitting with their music. Make sure it's titled correctly because it is a BDS station, which gives you the opportunity as an artist to obtain royalties, to also help your numbers to get charted and things like that. It's college radio, Northeastern, nothing explicit, nothing crazy. Everything needs to be edited. Get you a DJ. Don't record in your bathroom, in the shower. Press play, MP3, send to Tracy. No, let's do it the right way so that people who are tuned into my show and my audience can respect your craft, do it right, get it in, and let's go.
Definitely.
Music and motivation, wrbb@gmail.com.
And that's Monday through Friday?
So it's on Saturdays. Saturdays from 10 to noon is the show. I'll actually be running the Indie Report. The show is made up of 4 different components. I have the Eat Better, Feel Better segment, which concentrates on your health and wellness. Then I have the Financial Fitness segment, which I just ran with the little ones, the young entrepreneurs. We highlighted the youngins. Your son was on it. He's amazing.
Thank you.
And then we also have the Life After Prison with Mike Curry, where we highlight the transition for returning citizens back into society. It's a dope feel. Had a lot of entrepreneurs and different individuals in that arena on the show. And then we have the Indie Report, which is coming up where I started, where I highlight the independent artists. So that's coming up. I'm getting my music, putting my kit, together.
Get it. Definitely, Queen. Definitely. You brought up something important about when they get out of prison.
Oh yeah, definitely. So that's the Life After Prison, and you're gonna be the first to hear this.
Okay, so this is exclusive.
This is exclusive, and I really didn't share everything because I'm just a particular type of person, but. We have the Life After Prison nonprofit in place, y'all. You can go to the Life After Prison Inc. Wait, hold on. Is it Inc? Hold on. The lifeafterprison.org. Hold on, because I had to, this bill. Let me tell you, structuring LLC is a whole another page of business, okay? But when you get into this nonprofit, it's crazy. So the blood, shout out to my team, my family, my partner and everything, my courage, everybody who just believed in the mission. We was putting blood, sweat, and tears, y'all, to get this nonprofit together, interviewed some heavy hitters, did some big documentaries, Free Food Con, shout out to God, go on the YouTube channel, look at the Life After Prison documentary. It's been big for us. We created so much content, and shout out to our team, Lives Are Meant to Be Changed by Garrett Thames. The collaborations, Nurturing Fathers, the different people who just see the vision and are willing to give us a helping hand. So, and December 23rd is our event. I didn't share none of this, girl.
Oh wow!
This is exclusive. So you get it first here. So December 23rd, Nubian Square Library, Roxbury, get there December 23rd. And you're going to have a blast. You're going to get to rock out with us, the Life After Prison team, get some resources, get some gems, some knowledge. It's right at a time where families are getting together, so it's going to be icy.
That's nice. I look forward to coming out there.
December is going to be so
right before
icy.
Christmas.
Nicey.
Yes.
Yeah, the Life After Prison. So yeah, that's everything, girl. That's it.
I love that.
The lifeafterprison.org. Check it out.
Definitely.
Lifeafterprison.org.
Yes, that's exclusive. Go check it out. Salute Nina. That's where I met her with you.
Yes.
On her show. So salute Queen, definitely. We still support you, definitely. That's important about, the jails because, there's a lot of people that are innocent and then they get falsely sentenced or, waiting to, get their sentence and, it sucks. R.I.P. my brother, he fought for his life for 3 years. And, he was innocent, but they were saying he was guilty. They're trying to lock him for his life and he's no longer here anymore. But, the point is there's so many people out there that you hear stories and it's like, this is reality. And it's like, we need to start buckling down on, having the real facts before we put an innocent person behind bars and they're losing their family, they're losing their job. I mean, everything gets stripped from them once you go in those doors.
So the way that the system was designed was to impact the high-risk areas, period. And it stimulated from a lot of different injustice activities with the urban communities being flooded with drugs and just the poverty level, having them restricted to like getting good jobs and stuff, becoming dependent on the government. There's so many different factors that are involved with an individual even getting locked up, and that's why the rates are crazy right now, and you'll see more minorities in the prison system. And the way they actually balance the numbers is they use like the Mexicans, for example, and they'll come and they'll be on like the Caucasian card side, like as far as when they're getting processed into the system. So it's crazy. It's just the way that the whole setup was designed was really not what I think it should be standing for as far as justice and equality and giving people a fair shot and really sticking to that being proven guilty factor. And then you mix in the politics and the different people in position who are able to create laws. And at the end of the day, they have hate in their hearts. So you know they're gonna manipulate things when they have power when it comes to pulling you over and targeting certain individuals, black males, separating the families. Now the woman's on the government system and she now has the burden of not being able to really effectively support a man who's in prison because she'll lose her benefits and be, like with Section 8 and things. There's so many different components, and then it causes trauma, not only trauma on the individual returning into society, on the family. It's like an imprisonment for both parties, because now the person on the outside is dealing with, the hang-up calls, the prices to even talk to a loved one, not knowing when the court dates are, things being switched, him not being logged in, you run into the court thinking you're seeing somebody. So there's so many different things like that I feel like everyone could relate to, so that platform is geared towards the people. Trying to reduce the recidivism rate, which is really when an individual is returning into society and then they turn around and get back into jail because they had to do what they had to do to survive, couldn't get jobs, might have started slaying back into their own ways. Now they're dealing with mental health issues, they're on drugs, and they're leaning on other kind of drugs that they're not even familiar with, they don't even know how to navigate, getting out here. There's so many different things, so that's something that I'm proud of. The Life After Prison, my team, thankful for everybody. Just there's so many different experts in these different areas, people who are passionate about prison reform, and also highlighting the fact that there's some fly individuals locked up.
Yes.
There's some intelligent, talented, gifted people, and they deserve a chance when they get back into society. It's tough on them in a different way. So we're here to expose that.
Yes, definitely.
Ow.
Yes, definitely. That's deep, and I can feel it. I can relate to it, and it's hard because like you say, you think you're going to a court date, and then the person's not there, and it's a lot of headaches, sweat, tears. I feel bad for the children, also. For the wife, or vice versa. Could be a husband that's home waiting for the wife to come home. And it's like, always stick together, don't separate your family. And what I dislike too is when families disown their family once they get sentenced or go to jail or something. It's like, no, you need to support that loved one because, they're just an ordinary person. And you never know, they might have did it for self-defense. That's another thing. You never know what the situation is. Always two stories. Crazy?
How you just highlighted that. You never know, like, what's going on with somebody's life. While interviewing the young entrepreneurs this month, I had a young debater, and he's like a ninja warrior. He's trained to be a ninja warrior. Came on the show, and that's what he said. Like, I mentioned having a life after prison. He was like, yeah, because these people could be innocent, and even if they're not innocent, they might have just had a bad day. And then they're being punished for their whole entire life. So I was like, damn, even a child could get that. You know what I mean? That's powerful. You hit it right on the nail too, Jackie. Like, so it's confirmation that we're doing something right.
Right. I'm proud of you. We need more people like you to come out with stuff like that. They have something in Haverhill, Leave the Streets. And they actually have a foundation out here. You guys should link with them. I it's something Leave the Streets, but if you look it up, they're out here. And when Middleton, if you get released from Middleton, they'll turn around and they're on the North Shore out here, so they help people get out of jail and stuff like that, get them on the feet.
Yeah,
like you know, yeah, you guys could connect because they actually when they started a couple years ago, he was serving a long time. And so that's why he started with that. He was falsely accused too. So it's like you hear a lot of people. It's happening more and more, but we need people like that. That experience that to go and open our ears for the young ones. Look at these young ones that are out there right now, and we got to start with them because we're their teacher, but they're hitting the streets at 10 and 13 years old, and that's really young. I was 15 when I hit the streets, but it's like for 13 and 10 years old, they're babies. Like, we need as parents need to buckle down and make sure your kids should not be out there at 10 o'clock at night. We're their teacher and we're their learner, but we're the ones
that enforce it.
Yes.
You can't be like friendly all the time with these kids. Like, I was so caught up in the love that the parents instilled in these little ones in the structure in the last interviews, not to keep going back to it, but it's important that the parent you understand your role. You got a role as a parent, like God gave you this gift.
Those are fireworks. Sorry. I don't want you to think.
Like, okay, Haverhill's lit. Okay, Haverhill, I'm ready.
I hear it and I'm like, let me just tell you. Fireworks in the background.
Let's get it twisted. Like, I come in peace.
Yes.
But where was it?
We're talking about, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I'm glad you pointed that out though.
Because I seen you and I heard it and I'm like, let me just tell you.
I'm trying to get the rhythm of the shots. Like,
I see it. That's the Iccy interview right there, right?
Yeah, I was about to start shooting, please.
Oh, God.
Bad.
Right?
Go, Jackie.
So, have you ever interviewed the guy that from Boston, Jones? He was serving Jones. For I forget. Excuse me, King. I apologize, but he was falsely accused, and he was like 20-something years, but he's from Boston.
I think she probably talk about Diamond.
Talk about Diamond?
I don't know. The last name is Jones. I'm gonna have to go on.
His last name is Jones.
I'm gonna check it, but you need to link with him and interview him because his story is deep, real deep.
Oh my goodness! Once we started interviewing people, and Mike, he just lines up the best interviews ever because he finds people who needed this voice. You know what I mean? So their impact with like realism and different details about what it's actually like in prison and different things that aren't shared on the outskirts. So him doing damn near like almost 25 years in the feds, he developed like a really dope relationship with some intelligent people from in the stock market to just entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs. And it's crazy, and that's like something that I think that people are going to appreciate about the life after prison, the fact that we are going to be providing different workshops that's geared towards finance and business and understanding, good money management skills. Like, and that's part of the reason why I dropped Boss Baby Seeds to entrepreneurship is something I'm passionate about. Yep, that's my book right there.
Go check it out.
Boss Baby Seeds.
Ow! Go support it.
Boss Baby Seeds. So it's an introduction to financial literacy for young entrepreneurs. I worked with a group of young entrepreneurs the illustrator of the book was 15 when he created the visuals right on tap, like how I asked him, and he just painted the picture, and it's the basic ABCs for young entrepreneurs. Talking about business assets, A for assets, B for business, C for, credit.
I love it.
Type of thing going on, and we have. Let me see. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so then we have the money packet. So we got the money, the play credit card to go with the book. So
That's
while
clever.
you're engaging with your child, because the parents really need to be engaged in this, and if not, always link up with me. I don't mind doing Zooms, one-on-ones with the kids, free. I don't care, the kids need this juice. So you got the money, teach them how to, ooh, you even got two. All right. Look at God. It was a blessing to me, and hey, brother got 2 packets. So they could teach them how to, sign their credit card and get into...
I love it. I really do, because
that business mindset. Yeah.
Let me just show them the pictures. It's great, especially with kids that, they need the letters to be bigger and stuff like that.
And the kids in the book are 2 actual young entrepreneurs. One's name's Kyle. He is an artist. And then we have Anaya. She's into her soccer. Really bossy.
Okay.
Fly little thing. So when they seen themselves in the books, that was really... it was just a blessing to see. They was like, oh shoot, look at me, type of thing. So Richie, shout out to Rich, he's the illustrator. He did a wonderful job with with creating the visual. Shout out to my son. He designed, he's an entrepreneur, he has his own clothing line, The Greatest Discovery. He designed a young entrepreneur apparel line under my Unseen Hands business. So it's Unseen Hands Apparel. So we have the young entrepreneur shirts. Unseen Hands, that's my team, that's my media company. I got so much going on, guys. I'm trying to give you all the juice real quick.
She got books going on. I'm trying to cover everything.
I gotta get my interview
here.
in. I ain't had an interview in a while. Yes. Oh, you want to go through? Okay, so that's the 3 Pounds of Pressure series.
And you have that over there.
Okay,
so that we got the books over here.
This is the 3 Pounds of Pressure series.
Great book.
3 Pounds of Pressure series. This is 3 Pounds of Pressure. You will absolutely love this. This is by Mike Curry. This is actually in the jails. That's something that we also do, send literature out to the inmates. So if you have someone in jail and you need to get them something, get them a book for the next couple months. Family time, nothing like a good book. It's based out of the urban city, streets of Boston, a lot of hoods, a lot of juice. Part 1, 3 Pounds of Pressure. Part 2, 3 Pounds of Pressure, Part 2. Shattered Dreams. It's a tip-off, spin-off, and they're all part of the 3 Pounds of Pressure series, y'all, and it's real.
And it's all from Mike, right?
Yeah. Mike Curry is the author. Unseen Hands Media, that's the team. That's our publishing company. Yeah.
Shout out to Mike, definitely. We need these books out there because people that are, fighting for their life inside of jail, and they need that little push or something that might be
a good read. Nothing wrong with a good read. And we'll get it to them too. It's Unseen Hands. That's what is the UNSEENHANDZ.com. The books are there. Our apparel line, Unseen Hands Apparel. We got the shirts. Got you your Richest Gangster.
Thank you.
Richest Gangster.
My favorite color.
The Richest Gangster pop off right now on the site.
Yes.
We highlighted I really didn't highlight nothing. Like, I be doing the most. I do administration. So if you need administration, hit me up, bios, EPKs, contracts, anything like that. I'm a beast when it comes to the computer and, organization, administration, that's me. But the apparel line, the creatives behind the apparel line got the Richest Gangster popping off. And what the Richest Gangster is doing right now is we got the original Gangster, which is the OG collection, like limited edition that just dropped, that features Scarface. Oh man. I
love it.
There's a lot of OGs on
Look
there.
at the R on the side.
So it's the Richest Gangster. Yeah, that's for you, Jackie.
Thank you. I
really try to make it the icy colors.
I love it. No, I apprate that. I love it, definitely. Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna wear it a little bit,
but so.
Where can they purchase these?
Okay, so on unseenhandsapparel.com, UNSEENHANDZ thewordapparel.com, Unseen Hands Apparel. So it's the Ventures Gangster. So we got, there's a lot going on. Boston, Boy George is on there. Bumpy Johnson. Your OGs, like, it's some fly stuff. And if you go to the website, you'll see a write-up about, I don't even want to tell you, just go to the website. Like,
check it out. Go show support.
Unseen Hands Apparel. Go there and you'll be like, yes.
Yes, definitely.
This is fly.
Yes, it is great quality too. You could tell. You know, I used to do T-shirts, so I could tell like with the vinyl, it's
okay,
in there. So I know, right? Look at that, right on there. See that?
Yeah, matching our nails.
So definitely. Now, are you guys gonna be coming out with more kids' books, or you think this was just?
So I'm dropping. I'm between two books right now, just trying to figure out which one I'm gonna drop. Whether it's this poetry book that I've been finalizing, or if it's going to be my next children's book. And I don't want to tell you, but when I tell you it's smoking, it's still in the line of that finance business stuff, because that's where I'm going with it. But it's smoking. I got another artist, and Richie will be involved. I didn't want to leave Richie hanging. He's like, DT, you ready? Like, you ready for this? I'm like, hold on, Rich. I want everything I got so many different, things going on under my hat.
That's God coming through you to, put you out there like a diamond, so, you could let everybody else know.
Right? Like a diamond?
Yes, there you go, right? Definitely.
Yes.
I was asking the kids line because I noticed that you've been pushing a lot. Mm-hmm. What about a kid's Bible? Did you ever think about doing that?
I like everything about God. I love everything about God. Bibles. Man, it's like I want to do books that could speak towards the Bible, like similar to what your son got going on with Bible studies. Like, I always try, even in this book, I incorporate God into the plan, of course, like at the end of the book. That's the last words of the book, about putting God first. Yeah, let me, because I keep it real. Hold on, like something about, because, that's where it all stems from. Why it's all about you. What God has for you is for you. When you take one step, God takes two. Keep the faith and pray. Z is for zigzag. Stay in your lane and out the way. So I definitely, the whole book rhymes. It's an alphabet song. Boss Baby C's. Shout out to K Prism. He's working on the audio behind the book. There's a group of young entrepreneurs. Shout out to MPA Film. She did the commercial. She's now at Emerson. Who invested in this vision with me with Boss Baby C. So I'm really proud of that book.
Yes.
And I have Hustle the Husky too. Like, there's so much. I have Hustle the Husky, the mascot. So it's the dog you see me running around in, dancing. Yeah, that's Hustle the Husky. So when I do my reading sessions, it's challenging sometimes because little ones want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta really play with them. Like, so if you're doing a reading session, you wanna give your child the money in the beginning and be like, here, hold on to this money to the end of the book. Teach them about the importance of saving and making sure they're paying attention to their money and stuff. Like, you'll be surprised what kids done gave their money to another kid in the classroom, done lost their money, ripped up their money, but there's always some kids that got it in their pocket. So, like, there's different fundamentals that are going to be instilled in your child when you engage. So we needed something to really get them, like, into it. So invested all the sales from the books, got Hustle the Husky. It's a mascot. Came out, danced with the kids. They love it.
I love that.
With them, and the book, it all worked. And God's really been allowing me to be a vessel in that. And that is dope.
I love it. I seen you last year going to different schools, reading it to the children at the end of the school year. Mm-hmm. Where can they book you if another school wants to have you go to talk to their children? So,
same thing, Unseen Hands Media. You can also go to imboutmybusiness.com. That's IMBOUTMY business at.
That's a good book.
Gmail.com for emails. So, so basically, Unseen Hands, everything. All the books is on Unseen Hands. That's the media publishing company. Any authors out there that's looking to write a book, that's what we help and support. Yeah.
What about cookbooks?
Yeah, that's what, girl. We got so much to talk about because I know you fed. Oh, you giving out secrets tonight too?
Yes.
Oh, I heard you, but it ain't really like you've been sharing a little bit, but definitely, yes, your cookbook.
Yes.
Yes, and the distribution. My books are everywhere. Mike's books are everywhere. Official from Barnes and Nobles to Walmart, Target. Go on their website. Put the titles in. 3 Pounds of Pressure. Oh,
I've seen this at Walmart.
The Antidote.
I definitely seen that at Walmart.
Antidote. Yeah.
And what was that one about?
This is the Antidote, so this is my baby.
That's the first one I got.
Yeah, I had to remix the cover because, you know, when you first start out something, I just be paying attention to so many different areas, the formatting. We do all that, format and everything, just trying to align it with some of the greats. And anyhow, this is my baby. It's all about snake charming, the Antidote. I had my first mixtape. Ooh, the story behind that. Was crazy, and it also brought me to where I am today as far as understanding my calling and where the name, the Snakecharma, oh, it's just the juice. It's how to identify really snakes in the physical form. I love this book, and I did the cover over, and I loved it even more because I threw the cover together the first time. Right?
I got the old cover.
Yeah, it was pandemic. I was just ready to try to get it. I don't know.
Did you change the pages inside?
Nope, everything, the juice is still there, but I definitely, and if you looked at, you know, like, I freaked this book. To me, I like, you know, you can see the word charma in the book. It's good. Deep, yeah, it's deep. But it's called The Antidote, and I love it. And it's by Miss Snakecharma. Unseen Hands.
Check it out, definitely. I read that book too. It's a very good book. You know, all these books I could say are good. You could tell the quality. You could tell when you look inside. It's not tiny. You can't see the words. These are great. Perfect for reading. For kids, adults, anybody. And anyone that you know is going through something, this is definitely a book you want to start with. 100%.
8 Pounds of Pressure.
When my brother was in jail and he was fighting his thing, this is what I read during that time because, you know, I'm like, I know something in here that could help me. And it did. So definitely check this book out. And are you guys going to...
That one's yours because we're going to... This one's for the young prince. And he did an amazing job. RJ, shout out to RJ.
Thank you. Shout out to Mike Curry too.
Good.
Definitely give him a shout out too because he does a lot with all the novels. He.
Woo! There's some. Oh my goodness, the books are already ready. It's just like the drop. You know, the drop. You gotta drop it like it's hot. Like you know,
so you drop it once a year so far.
So I think honestly we dropped probably 2 a year. So we got, before the year ends, we're going to drop, I would anticipate dropping 2. We're going to finesse it somehow. 2 more. I'm going to drop one. He's going to drop one because, honestly, we've been doing this twice a year, 3 times a year. How many you got? Maybe 2 times a year books. And it's been working well. Getting them royalties.
That's amazing.
Which you need to be up on because I got them BDS spins.
Yes, definitely. Congratulations.
I like the royalties. You
know, it's hard work. You deserve it.
That's real queen stuff right there. Them royalties, and that's what you can get. Write a book. I say everybody has a story in them. Write a book. Let us help you do that. If you feel like you're not in a position to sit down and write it, there's so many different ways that we can capture your story. That's what we do. Is
that how you think you're going to retire?
I don't know. I got so much, like, going on. I'm reviewing my life right now. I'm reviewing my life and trying to figure that part out. Like, what do I want to keep doing and stop doing? I think once you have so many... Cause the goal is to have multiple streams of income, but not to drain yourself. One day your money should be making the money for you, and you shouldn't have to, be slaves. So you do want to stop being the sand and own stuff. So right now, I'm like, all right, I don't want to exert all my energy. I've been ripping and running and grinding. So I would love to just write books and eat good seafood and drink wine.
Wine's good. Wine is good. Definitely. Wine's good for that mind. For real. So I'm proud of you, Queen.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Who is the upcoming artist around that you could say that you would love to interview them?
Oh, I love to, and I'm going to interview Cincinnati Rose. So,
Okay.
yes, like there's so many dope artists out there. Don't get me wrong. There's so many upcoming artists. Like I would be a fool to sit here and say like the city and New England in the whole isn't rocking right now.
We rocking.
Yeah, like it's dope. But I was waiting for Cincinnati Rose to come out. He's out. He's home. I always been really into his artistry, the way he could paint pictures and tell stories. So he's home, and I'm like, yo, this is exciting because his music's fire, and I am so excited with the Life After Prison just to be able to see his transition unfold. His artistry changed. He's like singing. I'm like, I was listening to his music up here because I was trying to get in the spirit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was getting lost, so. Girl, we in Haverville, y'all.
We're in Haverhill.
Oh, Haverhill.
Yeah,
okay,
Haverhill.
Hold on. Yes, please. That's where we are. So, Cincinnati Rose. That's where I'm going to go.
Have you heard Millie's brother?
No. But shout out to Millie, shout out to Sir Paul, the Beast. Yo, Millie's is
a beast.
He put the whole culture on his back. Really, he's been getting some big features from Mozzie, Dave East.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah, you name it. Kiss is co-signing him. So shout out to him.
His brother's coming. His brother.
Yeah, he's coming to the Iccy Showw.
No, someone let me know about him, and I heard his music exclusive track. And I'm telling you, he's a beast. Okay. So that's why I'm giving you the first exclusive. So you could find out how to get an interview with him. But I'm telling you, when I heard it, I'm like, this is Millie's. They're like, no, it's his brother. I'm like, no, you're kidding me, right? So you just heard it from the first on the Iccy Showw. I'm like, I gotta tell you because you be getting the first ones.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go for that. Yeah, I know a few people that know a few people. So that's why I'm letting you know right here.
You got it. Definitely.
Get that track.
Yes, definitely. Where do you see yourself in the next year in this industry? Do you see yourself doing more interviews or just focus on the books?
Well, I definitely see myself in a new station. Yo, it's a blessing. Yeah, I don't know. The mics I've been rocking are the same mics Wendy Williams was on, Paul Porter. Like some of the dopest radio personality, but they was old, like WIBB been needed to remodel that place.
Yes,
and it's happening right now. It's happening. That's why there was so much different technicalities over the last couple of weeks with the broadcasting. Shout out to God for making it happen because I've still been able to have my show. But I'm looking forward to the new station, and I'm definitely doing more interviews. I want to do a cipher with the Indie Report. I'm gonna turn it up with the Indie Report. Like definitely, gonna turn it up. Gonna bless the station with some fire artists. Show. Just like I said, I want some Cincinnati Rose in there. I want to bring back some artists that thugged it out with me during the pandemic because we couldn't move like we would normally move, Jackie. As radio people, TV people.
We were scared.
Promoters. Yeah, it was a lot. You didn't want to breathe too close
on
to
the
people.
mics. All that you can't spray the mics because then they'll get a defect. And
yeah, it was a lot.
But I'm glad that's the last page, and we're on the new life now. Keep it going. I appreciate you, Queen. You know what you're doing for the culture, and you kept it going, and you're still out there grinding. How about hosting some shows? I know that.
I don't know. Hosting as far as MCing, it's gotta be something special. I'm more like trying to be behind the scenes, getting to this bag.
Yeah.
Facilitating events and event coordination is something that I've been doing on the back end. So I love that. I love decorating and coming in and remixing a venue and facilitating, organizing stuff, helping family, my buddies out. So that type of hosting. But I'm gonna call somebody like you.
Let me know. We get it going, definitely.
Yeah.
And what is the best advice you've been given during your career?
That I've been given?
Yes.
Some good advice?
Someone gave to you.
Best advice for what part of my career? Because I have some mentors. Shout out to mentors.
Mentors are very strong.
Powerful mentors, yo. I have so many different. You need a mentor for every different part of your life. So I need about 3 or 4 solid individuals that I go to in different areas of my life. So that's why I said, what part? What we talk about? Radio, entrepreneurship, my job, my mind.
I would say the radio.
The radio? Okay, so the best advice, some of the best advice I got with the radio would most likely go to my mom. And I have a lot of celebrity buddies, and I have my mentor, one of my mentors for a long time, TJ Swan from the Juice Crow. Shout out to him. I learned a lot of stuff from talking to people who've been in the industry and that I was able to collaborate with. They kind of guided me and gave me the heads up on different things to be mindful of. So shout out to them people, but really to my mom, because there was a part in my life where I was having a hard time balancing what I believed in with what was favored at that time, not by God, but by the industry. And it really made me feel like it was something that I didn't want to tolerate, deal with, and that's part of being a Snakecharma, learn how to control the snakes and dealing with the music and stuff. That's where that whole thing came from. And it was just a lot going on with that. There's so much demonic things going on, people just letting the devil use them. It was hard. And my mother, she's a woman of God. I was honored to the Most High for everything, just every part of my life, because I could have been way worse off. And when I spoke to my mother about the radio and how I was just having a hard time balancing, different things and dealing with so much different energies, and it was crazy. She was just like, you know what? If God gave it to you, then then utilize it to uplift God, because He wouldn't give you something that you couldn't bear. He wouldn't put you in a position. He wouldn't give you that gift.
Yes.
You got to use it for God. You got to find a way to use it for God. And that's what I did. I just revamped my grind, and really that's what it's all about.
I apologize.
It's okay. You lit. Hey.
Probably trying to find out where I'm at. That's probably right.
We at the Iccy Showw.
Yes. With a very special queen right
so,
here.
Yeah, shout out to my mom.
Yes,
yeah,
shout out to your mom. Definitely,
she kept me.
Yeah, and it's hard to have your, either your mother or your father support you in this industry, especially being a female, because, they get nervous. They wonder what's going on and what type of environment. And, that's good to have your mom as a rock. So shout out to your queen, your mom. Definitely.
Shout out to my mama.
Definitely. What is the hardest thing you had to deal with during your career, either with the books or with the radio station?
The hardest thing I had to deal with was betrayal, I think. Not wanting to handle things how I would typically handle things, because now you're out there as a public figure. You're now dealing with people who you're aligned with don't want to have no foolishness attached to them. You're in a different space when it comes to who you are and the company you keep, and people keep doing snaky stuff, and you just want to, why?
Yes.
Why? And you be like, I love the Lord, but, this is little gangster in me that just, can't get it to, stay still, type of thing, because you're so used to just responding off of emotion. But the I comes before the E, emotional intelligence.
That's dope.
Right?
Yes.
Let's say that.
Intelligence over emotions.
Yeah, intelligence over emotions. I gotta make sure I said that right, because people quiet. Hold on, did I get that right? like, yeah, 'cause that's what that was hard. Like, you probably could relate. Like, people do some snaky stuff.
Oh, yes.
Like, they use your name. Like, they try to get people to not, see what you got going on because they don't want nobody to use them more than you. Weird stuff, like, going on. What? So,
especially being a female, jealousy and things like that.
Crazy.
It is.
For no reason.
And they, everyone should just come together and work it. Life's not promised today, tomorrow, and
Facts.
I call it's a vacation to be here. God wants you here. Enjoy your vacation. If you're not happy, things can happen. And it's like, we got to really come together, especially for the children. Have you ever thought about doing a tour, going around to different states, to different schools?
Yeah, I'm down for the kids. Like, that's where it is.
That's me too. I
can't deal with these, like, people who are stuck in their ways. Like, I'm sorry. Like, my energy goes to the kids. They need us more than these grown-ups need. Well, me. I don't know about you, girl.
Yes.
You say you're on my wave. Like, so
yes.
when I say us, I'm saying us. Like,
yes.
The foolishness I can't tolerate,
These children do need us. That's important. Like I say, I went to I did the tour a couple years ago, going to different states to feed the homeless out there. And it's New York. Everywhere is crazy, but New York, they're so young. And it breaks my heart. That's why I did it. And, we need more people like us to go around, you got the books here for the children, to teach them a little knowledge.
I got this here too.
Oh, yes, she did. She got the Iccy Showw tray right there. Link with me.
I did get this. Like, yes.
Thank you.
It's not like a good tray. You can do so much with a tray. People just think of tray and they think of like, okay, weed. No. You can do a lot with a tray.
You could put your watches, candles.
There's so much. I love it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I thank you for everything and everything you're doing for the culture. And, we need more people like us, females. That's why I say us. There's plenty of men out there, but women, you need to keep coming and
women are dominating right now as far as with the culture, like all the female rappers in the game and stuff. Like, the woman really stepped up. Like, so we here now, baby.
Yes. Give them all your social medias. Give them all the information where they can purchase these books, t-shirts, all that.
So, hey, y'all, I'm the Charma, Snakecharma, #Snakecharma with an A. So much will pull up. Google it, too. Stuff will pull up. The books, Unseen Hands. .com, unseenhands.com, that's UNSEENHANDZ.com. Apparel is unseenhandsapparel.com. For any business, administration, event coordination, just go to the website. I streamline businesses, projects, so EPKs, photography, all under one umbrella.
Wow, that's amazing.
Entrepreneurship is my thing. Miss Snakecharma, MS, Snakecharma with an A, IG, Miss Snakecharma. I'm on a couple places, but I'm not on a couple places, but I'm on a couple places. LinkedIn, Treese Owls, TREECE Owls, Treese Owls. Yeah.
Link with her, get an interview artist. Don't sleep on her platform. Definitely get your music submitted. Make sure it's recorded right. That's a major.
Yeah, mixed and mastered.
Yes, mix and master.
Correctly. Mixed and mastered correctly. So because it's real radio. The levels have to be right. Mandated by the FCC. Can't be swearing. I don't play that degrading woman, gang banging stuff. If you got a message and you're telling a story, use your wordplay. Get into your metaphors. Do something. Don't just come on here like trying to shoot me up in the station. This is college radio, so I'm very particular. I listen to the music. I don't skim through it like I used to. I listen to it.
Yeah. You have to. Because the words, you'll feel it. And, some people out there, the music's just about, killing. It's like, change it. Nobody.
What? They're trying to have me like valid, right? Like, the drill, they'll be telling you, hold up, I didn't tell on you. You told on you with your music on the show, doing the most, but all that.
Yes.
Drill and stuff. No, you gotta,
Are you for the drill music?
I'm for music, if it makes sense. Cause I heard some drill music. Dang, what's the dude's name? Like, oh my goodness, we got a couple drill artists that are like big in Boston too. I'm not gonna call names and stuff. I'm not a fan of it, but if it's not like extra, then I love music, so I could find good in something.
Shout out to Mal G.
Oh yeah, shout out to Mal.
I interviewed him after he was on your show.
Oh yeah.
Great artist. He's coming back.
Yeah.
People don't sleep on him.
He actually at Mall I spoke to him, but I heard from him maybe a couple months ago, and I think he's starting a show on Roku.
Mm-hmm. He's busy.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling all his business, but yeah, shout out to Mall. So many dope artists.
Definitely
had a great time interviewing these artists around here.
Yes,
you have too. You had some big interviews. You be doing some big things.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, you get an A across the board. Like when it comes to somebody and that's what I admire about you. You show up. And your son, that's exactly what he said too. I was like, so how do you feel about those days you get tired, you just don't want to do it? He's like, I just do it. I don't know how I do it. I just do it because I know it has to be done. I'm like, you're not your mother's child. Like, your mother will be in the damn car. She don't give a damn. She'll be on a plane. She'll be in a damn.
Iccy
like,
Showw.
hold on. She went to go get some hamburger. She wants to make a lasagna. She like, no, hold on. Bear with me, people. We there. We will get there. Like, I'm like, yo, Jackie is the illest. I be watching it live. And I'm like, yo, she's cooking now. That's why when you said the cookbook, I was like, let's go, Jackie. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
And you're here, like, this is dope.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been a long 5 years, but you definitely see me from the beginning until now and keep on going. That's what we got to do, Queen. You got to keep it up with your books and the radio station. We need people more like you out there, and being a female, you keep on going. And I love it when you do that. Yes. I love that.
Yes,
that's your signature.
Iccy Showw,
yes,
baby.
Definitely.
Tuesday, 6:00, that Bible study is popping.
Definitely.
Yeah, RJ.
Yes. And tune into you on Saturdays.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Damn. I've got my own show.
Yes.
I'm not used to this. Music and Motivation, Saturdays, 10 to noon. Music and Motivation, Saturdays, 10 to noon on 104.9 FM WRBB Boston, y'all. We dare you to listen. If you can't listen to your cars and you're outside of Boston, www.wrbbradio.org. You can listen. There's other dope shows. Got the Gospel Connection before me. You got some legendary shows on WRVB, and I'm just happy to be there. My show's on Saturdays, 10 to noon, though. Make sure you tune in that show.
Tune in, definitely. Show support. Especially if you're in the New England area, show support. If you're really about it, don't waste your time, but go link with her if you want to interview or get your music played. Is there a fee to get the music played?
No. Nope. I can only wish I can take some jail money from these people, but I can't. No.
You can't?
No, it's non-profit, so college radio. Okay. No. So if somebody's taking your money and they're on college radio and they're getting BDS spins, which means you can get royalties if your music's lined up correctly in the system with your ASCAP, BMI stuff. That's a whole other show. But listen, you can not take money, so I used to take canned goods, and we used to, the artists pulled up with cans, y'all, canned food. And instead of taking money, we took the cans. Shout out to DJ Donald. Shout out to Prime. Shout out to Sister Love. People who supported me. Shout out to Nadia. Like different people who just supported my grind throughout the show. Shout out to Bates. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to my little man Malik. The different people that just supported the show, Jackie. Shout out to you. Like,
thank you. I like
you
that.
sent me a lot of artists and stuff.
Like, yeah, of course.
Like you do. Like you have a lot. So the powerful thing about people like you is you expose talent.
Yes.
And people don't know who you know, what you know, where your show's being viewed or whatever, because you're internationally, you're not boxed in one city like a lot of people want you to do around here, and they're getting their feelings. You just don't play Haverville or Boston or Cambridge or Brockton, Taunton, Fall River artists. Like, we got to get out of that mind frame.
Yes.
So I respect the international thing, because now you're getting their music heard all over in different areas, which is something that I've always been a fan of, and I always try to introduce to my audience, like, boom, this is what we're doing. collaborating with other artists. So you do that. Like,
thank you.
And I can always count on your show if I'm like, damn, let me see what artists is out there, some music. You're providing the feedback to the people who's in your area of the game too. Like,
yes.
The other promoters, the other DJs, people don't know, like, there's a connection. Like, your name carries a certain type of respect in the pushers world. Like, we are the pushers, the radio hosts, the podcasters, the promoters, the DJs. These are the people that are pushing the artist's music, so you can't be like shitting and treating on another one bad or trying to cause confusion or conflict because y'all ain't even in the same like lane that we in. Like,
right.
We know who's who and what artists not to book because if you did it to them, you'll do it to us. You get online, you go crazy talking about them. Who wants to work with you? Like, no. Are you crazy? Like, you're not gonna do that to me.
Yes.
Because you can't meet my expectation if something goes wrong. Even if something goes wrong, like, you know, the devil exposes itself. You ain't got to do all that. So, yeah, like, give it up to you. Like, this is what is needed and is necessary. And you deserve your flowers.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely, Queen, because I know you've done a lot of interviews. And when I first started, I used to see you and I'm like, oh, I love it. I love your energy. Like, your energy is like, that's how I am. I'm loud, I'm obnoxious, but I'll say the truth. And it's like, people don't understand that when you're in this industry, when you're out there and being a female and guys are looking at you like, who's this? No, this is how it is. This is where it is.
Oh, guys, that's the whole nother show, Jackie. It's hard working with men. What? Like, they get mad when you don't like them sometimes. Back. Like, you'll be trying to work and get some business done. God forbid you do not like them back. Like, damn, you be like, they don't want to show you no leverage, no love. Like, come on, like, where's the business side of things sometimes with guys? It's crazy. But there are some respectable brothers that I've built along the way who do see a sister work and respect the grind and will hold you up. And if they do the same thing as you and that guy, they start acting like a girl.
Yes, it's true.
They will start gossiping about you. They will see you and like be looking at you all crazy like, dude, like, hello, like, I'm a female. And you're a DJ, I know. Like, I go frick with my mouth. Ow! I know what I come to do.
Right.
Like, why are you giving me a hard time? Just do what you do. Let me do what I do. And hold a sister up. Do not try to compete with me. We don't even pee the same.
Yeah, it's true.
We don't even pee the same.
Yep. It's true. It's true.
Yo, guys. Yeah. Working with guys.
Yes, definitely. Shout out to Mike Curry. Definitely go check out his books. I got to get an interview with him. It's been a couple of years. Definitely got to get him on here to talk about his all these books. He's doing his thing. Represent New England, Boston 617, all around. That's how we do. Two queens right here. We're out there. You want to come say hi? We got him in the building, so I
didn't say hi. Everybody say hi. Yeah. Call this today.
We got Mike Curry here on the Iccy Showw.
Yeah, peace.
Welcome to the Iccy Showw, Mike. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I know you have a few books out there. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How does it feel, having all these books coming out and everything, you're making impact for the people that are coming home?
I mean, it just feels good because, I write about, experience and, the experiences from the judicial system to the streets, the success. It's just a lot, especially with the 3 pounds of pressure, just the book series, It's helping prevent gun violence because it's a story within a story telling the story about gun violence. So
yes, I think that deserves an award. Yeah. Honestly, that book definitely deserves an award.
Yeah, so when I write from my heart, and I just put my all in it to make it a page turner.
Well, salute! You're doing it. You're doing your thing right here. I appreciate you, Mike. Definitely go buy these books. Go support them. Yes, they're awesome. That was Mike Curry right there. Definitely. Before we get out of here, Miss Snakecharma, I have a question for you. Living in New England in heaven, we have young kids. How do you feel about bringing the wise guys back? The mayor should hire to make a little difference for peace in Boston. With all the guys.
Wise guys, yeah, they're the wise. Look, their name speaks for itself. It would be a wise move. That's
yes.
how I feel.
No, I really.
I'm always down for. See, the thing is, the children, their heroes are the basketball players, the rappers, the actors, the ones that they can relate to, the ones that they see flourishing around them. Those are the ones that they relate to the best. So when you have significant people who put in work and have an impact in the industry and who understand the different mechanics of the business side of things, because the industry is a business side and also come from these areas, come from the hood, it's a win-win.
Yes.
And that's what you need. You need the people that can come to the people as the people, basically.
Yes,
so
yes. I really, I've been talking about it, I interviewed the wise guys when we were having the corona. And it was crazy what I was hearing about the stories. I did my research on them and stuff like that. But when I was hearing things, I'm like, we need to hire them now because Boston, we just lost two.
Like, you need to hire them.
Mayor Wu needs to hire the wise guys. And that's coming from the Iccy Showw. Really, yeah. I'm really firm on it because it seems like, these kids are getting younger and younger. There was a son and daughter that just got shot in the head the other day in Boston, innocent bystander. A mother lost a daughter and a son under 12, and it kills my heart because it's like, we got to make a difference. This is broad daylight. Kids should be able to go play at the park if they want to play basketball or baseball, any sports to get them going. Why are we making an end for these children? That's what I want to understand. You're not supposed to kill children. You're not supposed to kill wives or females. We shouldn't be killing nobody. Point blank. Life is too short. We made it past the crisis of our lives. Everybody did. Why not hire them to put them in check? We really need it. I mean, it's crazy how many shootings are happening in Boston. It's out of control. It's like the 80s.
It's ridiculous. Like, it's sad too, and it's like, even with like the drug epidemic, like on methadone mild.
Oh God, crazy.
Like just what's going on. You definitely need some people who are in position to speak to these youth because it's crazy. It's like the OGs was all locked up.
Yes. So
now the babies getting raised by the product. I want to say. Like,
yeah, that's
that
deep.
Sense. Like,
yeah, it's
deep.
true.
That's something deep for y'all.
Yeah,
like
that's
being
deep.
raised by the product. So boom, we at this now position where we do need some OGs. It's like you need some OGs to speak to the babies. They wasn't here. They wasn't around. They was in jail. And the babies didn't understand why they was in jail, and they loved and looked up to them dudes. So now that they're out, I respect all the returning citizens is what the government refers to them as, but all the men and women who stood on their toes, they didn't betray those that they got into situations with. They stood tall, did their time, even when they wasn't guilty. They did what they had to do, and they served, and now they can come out and talk to these little ones. And a lot of these, like Larry Hoover, like, we need them people out.
Yes.
We need them people out because those are the ones that are going to make the huge impact that we need.
Yes. That's important.
The artists, too. Shout out to the wise guys.
Yes. Shout out to the wise guys. Mayor Wu, please hire them.
Mayor Wu.
Yes, definitely. Woo, you got to do it. Woo. That's what I used to, when I go to the show, they'd be like, woo. They'd be like, oh, she had her drink. But no, we really need that. We need it. Boston's the upcoming state for the talent. And I feel like, we got to make a positive move. They're gonna want the shows, next summer with all this great talent coming out. We need to have it a safe environment. So that's why I brought it up, you know, and they got a great, their music's great too. So, you just gotta focus on the OGs, like you say, the OGs. We need to come out of the shell and be that, motivation speaker everywhere we can. You know, we're the ones to make that impact for the babies, like she said. Well, I appreciate you, Miss Snakecharma, coming on the Iccy Show.
Yo,
It's awesome as always.
I am honored, yo. Your network is long. My followers are about to go up.
I appreciate you too, definitely. All these books. Yes. Is there anything you would like to bring up that we didn't bring up, or any shout outs you would like to give?
Just shout out to my little man, my bonus son. Shout out to Malik, Isaiah, to Mike, my mom, you.
Thank you, thank you.
And the Most High, most importantly, the Most High, my parents,
yes,
brothers and sisters.
Amen.
Family.
That. Yes, family. Yes, it's important.
That's all I want to do. Just shout out my family and my people.
Shout out to you
and
you and Mike. Many years to come, for real. I love to see real love. Love is hard to find, and it's people need to get their flowers when they need it, like you say. But couples need to get their flowers too, because that's important. Because being in this industry. And I was married for 17 years with somebody, and he was in the industry and I wasn't. And then, it's hard. It really is hard. But keep it going, both of you. I'm proud of you, and we need you guys to be the rock and the foundation for these young ones. We really need that.
Oh yeah, it's love. It's love over everything. It's
yes.
Love. Even when it isn't love. It's love. It's
just
love.
Watch out for the snakes.
Yeah.
Keep the grass slow.
The thing about snakes is they really love you so much. They love you so much they hate it. Like, that's where that is. It's all reverts back to love.
Yeah.
Like, they freaking love and admire you. They're just jealous that they hate you. They just want to get there. They love the God in you. They love the vibes. They love the favor you receive. It's love.
Yes.
It's a love thing.
Yes. When I met you, I was like, I need to keep track of this one.
Yo, that's up.
Here we are 5 years later. So I appreciate you. This is interview 589 interviews I've done in 5 years. Yeah.
This is 589. Yo,
in 5 years.
589.
589
Why am I 589, yo? How did you do that? Like, that's what I'm telling y'all during the pandemic. Like, talk about sacrifice, blood, sweat, and tears, and she cooks.
Yes. And I got the new show, the Iccy Showw reunion of Lost Angels. It's launching again. I did it 1 year ago.
Oh, yeah, where you told the story. Yeah.
It's if you have a lost someone and whatever you would like to wish you got to say at the casket, my show's to have that closure with that loved one.
Oh, that's powerful. Yeah, I remember you doing something like that. But didn't you say that you're going to have somebody on there, you're telling the story of something coming up? I thought he was promoting it.
Yes, he lost his son to gun violence.
Sad.
So he's gonna talk. He was young, real young.
Mm-hmm.
He just they just buried him after a year. So yeah, he's gonna be talking on the 7th of October about that. And he's episode 2, and episode 1 was my aunt, the one that just lost her son. So that's why I've been on hold. So it's been a tough year, but we're bringing it back because it's on high demand. So I just had to be strong for that. That's a powerful,
it's a powerful
emotional
segment.
Yes.
So, yeah, people need platforms they need voices, and then they also need the room and the space to vent and to speak about things, to let it out. So that show is, wow. That show was needed. I remember he did that show, and it was a dope experience because it just brings you back to moments where you lost someone. And you just hear how people overcame them different emotions, and you just get to see them speak highly about their loved ones and their family. And it just makes you appreciate life too. It makes you really look around and you're like, damn, I gotta love on my people.
Yes.
Because it can happen to any of us.
Right. And that's why I feel like, when I talk about the babies and the kids, it's like I feel like I have to be the one to keep on stressing about it, because if we don't enforce it to the young ones, when we were kids, we got to leave the door unlocked, windows unlocked. Now you can't even do that. You got a double lock on everything. So I appreciate you, Queen, coming on the Iccy Show. Miss Snakecharma over here. Check her out. Check out her books.
Yes.
Go support her radio station. Get that interview artist. Make sure your music is mixed right and get your music submitted to her and played. Let's go. 2024 is almost here.
It's up.
Let's go. 589 interviews with Miss Snakecharma.
589. That's crazy.
Yes, you was 67 or 66 5 years ago.
Wow.
When I did it over the
okay, so damn, she did. Yo, I love how you know your math.
I got my books at home. I got all the interviews, who it is, the number, the date, everything.
Yo, I was 510 shows ago, people. Okay?
Yes.
She's still going. Yo, I love you for that, Jackie. Thank you.
I love you too, Queen. Thank you. You motivate me when I have some tough times. But I look at you and you're like, all right, she got through this. I'm gonna get through that.
Oh yeah, we fighting.
Yes,
we fighting. We not giving up.
Let's go. So the next time I have you, I hope to have you and Mike here. 1 year.
Everybody always want Mike. Like, no, that's why he ain't here today. Like, no, Mike gonna sit this 1 hour. I'm gonna kick it with my sis, but y'all gotta have Mike too. He's out here with the life after this.
Yes, and it's
Get
important.
in touch.
These books are important.
Next time.
Yes, and I guarantee you can relate to a lot of stuff in these books. Even the kids' ones. Come on. Mm-hmm. We need this. We definitely need this. And it rhymes and it goes. These kids need it.
Boss Baby C's.
I love it. It reminds me of that movie, Boss Babies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Woo. There you go.
The Brandon strategic method behind that is crazy.
All right. So I hope to see a kid's Bible coming out.
Oh, yeah. We're going to work on something.
That's good. I appreciate you, Queen, coming on the Iccy Show. I appreciate everyone that tuned in. Shout out to Legal Mob Entertainment. Let's go. 2024 is almost here. Shout out to everyone. This is 589. Have a blessed night. Thank you for coming to 219 River Street, Haverhill, Massachusetts, to the Iccy Show.
Everything she said.
Peace, love, respect. Free the jizz. Let's go.